Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Martin with The Contour Chemist. All right guys, so today's video is gonna be a little bit different. I thought it would be fun to take you through my event prepping. I don't even know what to call it. The things I do before a long get ready with me. So I have an event coming up. This is the kind of things I do in preparation of like before I go on vacation, or I have photos taken or something like that, to where I want to look and feel my best, my most confident, right? Normally throughout the year, I do these things as I have time or as I feel like I need it. But when I have a for sure like trip planned or something like that, where I want to fully get ready and feel 100%, this is what I do. So I'm gonna take you through kind of my months, weeks, days leading up to before I leave. All of the little things I do to get ready for something like that, whether it be skin, hair, nails, tan, all of the things. I'm gonna cover it all. So I'm gonna share you guys all of my favorites of getting ready for something important or fun, whatever you want to call it. I hope that makes sense. If you want to check out and see what I do to prep for my next event, please keep watching and check it out. Be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for being here. I am prepping for an event or vacation. I'll be honest, I'm not the best packer. I also get overwhelmed with traveling ever since being a mom. So I personally have to break everything down into like more manageable bite-sized chunks to feel like I'm prepared, because I'm also very, very type A. I make lists upon lists of things and I feel like I'm forgetting something. And if I like don't do all the things, it gives me a little anxiety. So this is why I prep this way. You might think I'm a little crazy, but this is kind of my rationale why I am doing this over a long period of time instead of just like the week before. Okay, there is a method to my madness, I promise. Okay, so 1 to 2 months out. And I know that sounds a little crazy, but obviously if you have an event like ours has a theme and certain nights have certain dress codes, I start shopping. And I also try when I'm traveling, because outfit planning is really hard for me as well. I have the tendency to want to bring all the things, yet I'm always going over on my luggage due to toiletries, because I own way too many products. It's hard for me to whittle down. So clothing, at least I always try to kind of capsule, like build my clothing. So you'll notice like I usually try to stick within like 2 colors or so. And so when I'm shopping, if I can kind of put things in that capsule, that way if I change my mind, I can easily switch up what I'm wearing by like switching like what top or skirt or pants, and everything will still go together. So pretty much this trip, mine is like black always, because I wear a lot of black. It's my favorite color. And then that like warm, I don't know how to describe it, that like burnt sienna color, which I'm loving right now. Going into fall, our theme is endless summer, so I still needed summer-esque clothes, considering it's in California. And so I kind of tried to get summer-esque with those colors. Okay, so back to 1 to 2 months before. So after I've kind of started shopping, because y'all know me, I'm an online shopper. Sometimes it takes too long to get stuff. I started shopping way back then, especially for like the formal dresses that I don't shop for very often. Maybe, you know, this one time a year. The first thing I think of when it comes to the end of the summer is that usually my feet are a little rough, no pun intended. Like after wearing sandals all season, I usually need a reset. And I kind of do that like after winter, like after each season. I'm obsessed with foot masks, foot peels in particular, and the satisfaction I get from seeing all of that dead skin gone and my feet like baby soft again. If you've never tried one, I highly recommend it. So I will be honest, I've always been a little cheap. I like to call it thrifty. I've never tried the infamous one that made them so popular. I've always tried more affordable options, but I decided to go ahead and splurge on the baby foot, which is kind of the original foot peel, to see if this truly is any better than the ones I've gotten off Amazon and the ones I've found at Walgreens. And I'm not saying that all cheaper versions work, but I will link below this one and others I have personally tried that have personally worked for me, because some of them you can get 2 or 3 for the price of one of these, since this one's a little bit of a higher cost. Now, I will say when you actually use this, the way this one's designed is designed a lot easier to use. You literally just snip off the top, put it on, and there's stickers to hold it on. I always recommend putting your own socks over it because it tends to come off. I've used some in the past that kind of tie on, others that have stickers that really don't hold whatsoever. But this design is really nice. You don't have to like mix in any solutions and mix it yourself. It's already in the booty. You just cut off the top and put your foot in. So design-wise, I get why it's a little bit pricier. But I will be honest, I did this 2 months out because the last time I used a foot peel, the one from Amazon, the peach one, my feet continued to peel for 2 months. It worked so well, maybe a little bit too well. So I was afraid that this one might do the same thing since I had never tried it before. And I like to be prepared just in case. But this one didn't. I'd say a month prior and you're good to go. By now my feet were already like not needing another one, but still needed a little bit of help. So like this week, this is like I'm leaving tomorrow, a few days in advance after my shower, I made sure I used one of these nice little foot files. I really do love the shape of this one. I got this in a FabFitFun box. This is called, it's by Barefoot Scientist, and it works so well. This one's really good if you're looking for a good foot file. Just to kind of get off dead skin. And then you guys, I've been sleeping with this on my feet overnight. It's the Carousel, I think that's how you pronounce it, Intensive Foot Repair. And it's almost like a Vaseline formula, super thick, and works really well. I definitely recommend using something like that and then putting on socks because it can be a little bit greasy otherwise. But no joke, it even says you can like see a visible difference in one day, and I believe it. So I'm gonna do this one more time tonight because I leave first thing in the morning. But between this and this, like my feet were already back in like tip-top shape. This worked so well. If you are grossed out by that kind of thing, skip, but I will show you how well it worked. I'll put a picture of literally a week. If you've never like used one before, you don't start peeling till about 5 to 7 days after you use it. And then some recommend you like soak your feet once a day to kind of help the peeling process. This one didn't, and it still peeled really easily, really well. So I'm curious, if you've used one before, are you the type that you let it all fall off naturally, or do you peel it off? I'll be honest, I can't just leave it alone. It is way too tempting and satisfying to get rid of all that. So might be gross. My husband said I was totally gross. My kids thought it was awesome. So, so your feet are prepared. You're ready for sandals one last time. And I'd say skincare is the next thing. I try to kind of make sure I got a nice little grasp on leading up to, like prior to just like right before a trip. Always really adamant about my skincare, but if you aren't, I would say you could totally see visible results from using certain skincare products a month out. So start using your vitamin C's and your retinols. Maybe not retinol if you're not used to it, because then you could have inflammation. So if you are the type that are trying to use retinol right now and you're getting a lot of peeling or irritation, redness, maybe back off of it for a little bit so your skin can kind of recover. So you're not gonna have that peeling and flaking for your trip. At least that's personally what I would do. I don't want like unnecessary irritation when I know I'm going on a trip and I'm gonna be taking a lot of photos. The kind of things I think about, but still making sure I am doing my due diligence of my skincare every morning and night. That way I'm not everything that I've been trying to achieve, right? Okay, next I'm going to show you how I do my hair and tinkle. That sounds so funny. Tingle my face and do my brows about 1 to 1.5 weeks before the trip. Hey friends, welcome back to my bathroom. Let's do a little prep. What do you call it? All the things I do leading up to vacation or some kind of event, that kind of thing. First up, my hair. Y'all, I haven't colored my hair in a while, and it might not be very prevalent in photos, but my grays are at least that long, and I've been using this stuff. This is my go-to in between root touch-up, but obviously before an event, I don't want to have to be spraying that. It kind of will add a lot of texture to the roots of my hair to where I feel like I have to wash it more often. So I always start with a new dye job if needed. If you are a fellow graying lovely like myself, you'll understand. So last night I washed my hair and exfoliated after a long, hot weekend at soccer tournaments. So my skin is not happy with me right now because I didn't pack all of my skincare. So I am breaking out, and I feel like I even exfoliated yesterday, and I still, just from a weekend of 100+ heat and sweating, I didn't even wear makeup and I still felt so gross. I'm sure you guys understand what I'm saying. So first up, I'm going to color my hair. Okay, this is what I use. This is only for root touching up, so I'll show you how I use it. And I just go, just where needed to kind of get me through that grow out period. Okay, then I'm always a multitasker when it comes to every time I dye my roots, I do other things during the processing time so that I can save time. They say you can't multitask, but in this way, I think it is the best use of my time. I don't have to sit around for 30 minutes waiting for this to develop when I can be doing other things. So once I have the color on my hair, I usually pay attention to my skin and my brows, okay? So first I'm gonna do skin, so that way I can also do my brows in the same time. So I normally, leading up to an event, that is like the time I really focus on cleaning out my pores that just get congested over time. So I do usually use the skin scrubber, and I do this far enough in advance, so it's over a week out from when I leave. This can tend to make my skin red where I use it for a while. Definitely day of, second day of, but sometimes it can just be a little bit too harsh on my skin, and my skin needs time to like repair. So I did this about a month ago, and it took me a while to my skin to no longer be really red where I used it. And I tend to only use it on my nose and my chin, which is two areas that I tend to get red on anyway. It works amazing. It is the best way to get your pores uncongested, far superior to trying to squeeze or anything that can really disrupt your skin's barrier, but it does work. But this is normally when I would do this. I am skipping it today because I actually scheduled myself a hydrofacial, and I've never had one, and it's been on, I actually asked for one Mother's Day before the C word hit, and of course, I haven't had one during all that time because yeah. So I'm finally gonna get one. I will take you on that journey with me when I go in a couple days and show you guys my before and after. I'm so excited to finally try it. So, but if I wasn't doing that this week, I would be using my skin scrubber. I will link a video below on how to use it. I've shown it over on my IGTV. But since I'm not doing that, I do always do my at-home dermaplaning routine, which is my Tinkle razors. I still use this. These are still my ride or die. So I will show you how I tinkle my face during my hair's processing time. I'm gonna do this first after I get the color on my hair. And then I tend to do some kind of mask. It truly, you guys know I'm all about listening to your skin. It truly depends on what my skin needs at the moment. So because right now I feel like this area needs exfoliating, this area down here, I'm breaking out, and I just feel like texture to my skin, which means I need exfoliation. That tends for me to mean like two things. I will either use this one or this one, okay? So the Glow Recipe, this one's great for pores. I always use this after I use this. So I'm gonna hold off on this, and I might use this later in the week once I, go through my hydrofacial and all that and kind of see. I might not need it for the rest of the week, but I tend to really pay attention to my skin leading up to an event where I want my skin to look its best. So that way I can avoid this type situation where I'm breaking out. Obviously, sometimes it's hormonal and you can't do a whole lot about it, but sometimes it's just because you're not taking care of your skin like I did all weekend. So I'm gonna skip this one for today, but I might use this the same time next week, like a day or two before I leave, just to make sure I, don't get more congestion after I get them all cleared this week from that facial, right? Okay, so today, because I need exfoliation and I'm breaking out, this is usually my go-to. This is the Athea Exfoliating Probiotic Clay Cleanser Oxygenated Detox Treatment. I always say that's a mouthful, but it really is. So this is technically, can be used as a cleanser. I like to use it as a treatment. Because it is exfoliating, it does have like little granules in it, but it is clay, so it can be drying. So that way I'm gonna use it now to kind of suck out all of those impurities. That way I can add that moisture back once I exfoliated, got this down, get out all that. Then I can really hit it with moisture after I shower and get my color out of my hair. So I love this so much as a treatment. You put it on your face. I'm gonna wait about 10 minutes. Again, when my hair is processing, I can wipe it off, and then I can do my brows during that last 10 minutes of my processing time. So if you haven't seen, I have shared over on IGTV, probably here as well. I use Just for Men beard color in order to tint my brows so that they tend to get ashy. Okay, so I'm gonna exfoliate them. So I do have microbladed tattooed brows, but my actual hair gets very ashy. I get some random blonde hairs in there, and they're very light in comparison to my hair color. So tinting them makes the biggest difference. It can last a couple of weeks depending on your hair and how it processes, but this kind of hair color does not work as well as beard dye, because beard dye is made for coarse hair and it will last longer than regular hair color on brow hair. So you can get different dyes on the market that are specifically for your brows. I have tested them and this works just as well, lasts just as long on me, at least personally. But this is so easy. I've been using the same tubes for, I can't even tell you how long, and they're so cheap. So just get a cheap brush off Amazon, and this is dark brown. So M45 is the color I use, and I will show you how I do that, pretty much just following the lines, leaving it on, again, up to 10 minutes max. If it's your first time, I definitely recommend trying it a few minutes. You can always wipe it off, see the color process, and then you can always do it again if you want it darker. So there you go. If you can hear my son running out there, it's because he's home today. And I'm gonna start my process for today. Okay guys, all right, freshly washed, conditioned, and now is usually when I go back in with my tingle again. It's like the best time to see where you missed, touch up, then I'm good to go and I'm ready for skincare. So because I just exfoliated a couple of times, actually more than a couple, I used my tinkles to exfoliate, that mask exfoliated, and I cured in the shower. My skin is now super smooth and soft and a little I'm not gonna say irritated, but I just wanna make sure I don't get any irritation. So I'm gonna use ceramides are key. But first, I'm going to use my vitamin C. And because ascorbic acid is more sensitizing, I can't use it on days I use my tinkle razor. It just will make my my face flare up and be red. So I'm gonna use this vitamin C derivative from Butte because this one causes like no sensitivity, but I can still get all the benefits of a vitamin C on that freshly exfoliated skin. So it does the most good, right? Okay, then I'm gonna go in with something with hyaluronic and peptides to kind of plump up the fine lines. This is the Cause de Baja. This is my Botox in a bottle with the argireline, and this also helps and isn't sensitizing. It's a little bit, I can feel it actually a little bit, but it just depends on your skin. Okay, and then I'm definitely gonna use my ceramides. So anytime my skin feels a little red or irritated in any way, shape, or form, ceramides is gonna help that skin barrier. Okay, and this one is Avocado Ceramide Recovery Serum, and it's exactly that. Anytime I exfoliate, this thing is bomb. So I'm gonna use this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let all that absorb. Then I'll come back for the rest of my routine. About 1 week out, I had my hair cut, so I just chopped my hair. Sometimes I do 1 to 2 weeks, especially if you are the type that doesn't like your hair right after a haircut and you kind of want to let it grow in a bit, or you want to practice kind of styling your new chopped locks, because sometimes it can be a little bit hard if you go from, my hair was pretty long, it had been growing really fast, and so sometimes I like to do 2 weeks so I can kind of be like, all right, now how do I style a little bit shorter hair when I hadn't done it in a long time, just so that I'm ready to style my hair for the event. So I did start whitening my teeth about 1 week out. I will be honest, I have not been good about doing it every day. So I'm about to go do a double session one last time. I might have done it 4 times. It's been busy with the kids starting school. So don't do what I do. See, I should have done it. I should have done that 2 weeks out, so that way I was prepared. I just brushed my teeth, and I will be honest, I have not done this since my last vacation. I'm not good about maintaining. It's really easy to, I am a heavy coffee drinker, if you didn't know. In fact, I was just about to have one and I'm like, I need to start this process, because I usually like to do this for like a full week to see the best results. So I am getting out my Butte Flutter Kit, which is my teeth whitening system, and I'm gonna show you guys how I do it real quick. So usually it just takes me it comes with like 3 pens. I'll show you the before and after with my little guide there. And usually a full week, I go through like a whole pen because I'm pretty generous. Today, usually on day 1, I like to do like a double whitening session. So 2 15-minute treatments like back to back. I don't know why, I just like to do it. You could always wait till the very last day to do it. I just like to see instantaneous results. And then I am adamant about as soon as I start whitening, I am drinking my coffee through a straw. So whatever I can do to maintain that white But over the next week, I'll see, you know, the full results, right? So I'm sure you guys have seen, it's like the blue light type system. It's got a little adapter, depending on what kind of device you want to plug it into. So I won't be able to talk once I start putting this on. So I pretty much will just plug this into my phone right here and start the timer for 15 minutes, and then I will rinse, and that's it. So you want to brush your teeth first. What I like to do is when I'm ready, I put my mouth out like this real big, and I like to take a cotton round and dry off the front part of my teeth. So obviously we're just whitening the part of your teeth that you're gonna see naturally when you smile. So I do top and bottom to about here, and I feel like it works a little bit better if you kind of dry off the saliva, and then so that way this really adheres to your tooth enamel a lot better. But I love this system because I get no sensitivity, and I can't stand a whitener if I can't like drink ice cold water, because that's the only way I like to drink my water. If it makes my teeth hurt, I'm not gonna use it again. So this one is really great for those with sensitive teeth. And there you go. I will have a white smile for my trip. I also got a hydrofacial. So if you can see my before and after, that was the first time I'd ever gotten a hydrofacial. I'd been wanting one for a very long time. And so I thought it would be a good time to try it, because hydrofacial pretty much is great for just exfoliating and hydrating, giving you a glow and kind of extracting areas, almost like a microdermabrasion and acids, which you guys know I love my acids. And it also has a slight vacuum, so it kind of pulls all that impurities out of the face. So I'd never had one. It was amazing, but I was a little surprised that a few days after it did make me break out. It wasn't like large breakouts, but I did have itty little spots that kind of broke out. You know, sometimes it's the manual exfoliation. I've told you guys before, I'm not a big fan of microdermabrasion or gritty kind of exfoliation. The acid part, I love. My skin was very used to acids, and it's not bad. I mean, they're already gone. You're about to try something new, you always want to do it a little bit farther in advance, just in case something like that happens. Because what would have happened if I would have had an allergic reaction or a rash or something? My skin probably wouldn't have recovered in time. So luckily that didn't happen. So don't do as I do as I say. I wanted the glow to last through that, but she kind of told me that, you know, your skin is glowy only for a few days. So if you've tried a hydrofacial before and you know and your skin is used to it and you know you're not gonna have any problems, then I'd recommend getting one like right before an event, so you are extra glowy and your skin is super hydrated. I forgot to talk about, I was wearing the same shirt when I went and got Botox. So if I did that about 2 months before, it takes 2 weeks for the Botox to actually kick in and do its magic. If you want to check out my entire Q&A that I did over on Instagram, I will link that down below, showing you like how much I got injected, how I did my foreheads and my 11s and my crow's feet, and kind of my before and after. I had not done it in a really long time, and I'm super happy with my results, but I wanted to make sure that had fully kicked in before my event as well. It lasts about 3 to 4 months, so I knew that would be plenty of time for it to kick in and not wear off. Okay, so about a month ago, I also tried a new product for my nails. So I've been getting a lot of questions here actually about what color I was wearing. And so I have to show you guys what it was. I remember me wearing this color on my nails for the last, oh gosh, I'd say I took them off at about 3 weeks. That's how long they lasted. They were the Red Aspen Nail Dashes. So again, I'd never tried them before. Okay, this is the color Vacay Mode Izzy. Okay, it's like a matte, like, I don't know, pink, purple, fuchsia color. So pretty. I just loved that color and I was like, all right, it's almost the end of summer. I gotta try it now. I'd never tried them before. I had heard how they can last like 2 weeks. And so I wanted to try it far enough advance to make sure, first of all, I knew how to apply them correctly, see if I could get them to last that long, and if I even liked them. And I'm happy to say I do really like them. Much cheaper than in getting my nails done. I'll be honest, I like gel, but I feel like it still chips on me. I like dip, but I feel like they get too thick and it's hard for me to type, which I'm always typing. So I love the feeling of these. So these are the ones I just put on for my trip. It is extremely hard to actually see what they look like in pictures and on camera because they're actually iridescent. They have like this purple glow to them, but it just does not pick up on camera. So I swear they're much prettier in person. They look not quite as pretty. They're like holographic. There you go. So this is the ones I just put on. This is Skyly and Sand. And then if I could get my foot high enough up, I would show you, but I'll show you the picture. I actually tried the pedicure as well. So this is Keely's Living Coral. That is the color on my toes. I thought it would kind of go with my still summery kind of neutral, but kind of goes with my, of course, my capsule wardrobe as well. But still with kind of like that last punch of summer because I can't quite give up yet. I'm not quite ready for fall. This is the theme is endless summer. I needed one more summer shebang. So I have a friend that actually is a distributor, so I will link her account below if you need help. Her name is Tony, and she is amazing. She can help you and hook you up. So I'm really loving these, and no joke, I'll show you what it looked like at 3 weeks. I had broken one. I blame my child for that. But I had left them long, and so this time I knew I just cut them down, and so that way I could still type. They feel great. They don't ever feel like they're coming off. I did do the application method for the 7 to 14 days. It gives you different kind of glue wear time tips. And let me tell you, I did both of these last night, super late, and they're super easy to put on. So I have done both at home gel, at home dip, all of it. And these are easy, they last longer, and they don't chip. And if you do get, like, I use my nails as tools a lot, so sometimes I get little, not chips out of the polish, but just kind of like rough on the edges. They file down and they still can't chip because that color is throughout the entire nail dash. I see why they're so popular. They're really awesome. So I did that last night, so I should be good to go the next couple of weeks. Okay, also a few days before, I do an intensive hair mask. So I cut my hair last week, but I always just want my hair to be like as shiny and healthy as possible. I tend to do this about once a week anyway. So I just wanted to do it a couple days before I left. And that is the combination of these two. You guys probably know already my love for Olaplex. This is their #3 hair perfector. So I use this just on my ends of my hair. So mostly from like mid shaft down, okay? And I'll be honest, I don't follow the instructions. It says towel dried hair, but I have heard from experts that it actually works better on dry hair. So instead of just leaving it on for 10 minutes, it says you can do it longer. I do it on dry hair before I shower while I'm still running around. And I put this on first, mid shaft to ends, dry hair, and I leave it on for like a good hour. Okay. Then at the same time, I usually will use this. So this is by Pros. I've been using this for a while. This is my pre-shampoo mask for my scalp. It's a root refresh. So it's got like charcoal in it. My scalp, weird. I get dry patches, yet I'm also very oily. So if you're new to Pros, you can actually do a full, oh my gosh, it is a very intense quiz on their website for them to make recommendations, and then they customize the formulation for your hair. Literally everything imaginable, you answer, and it's awesome. So I've been using this, and I just use this just on my scalp. And I literally, anywhere I get oily and around my hairline and down here to the nape of my neck, and then I leave that on for the rest of the time. And then when I get in, I use that, I didn't bring it with me, the scalp massager thing I've shared before in my favorites on here. And I really work that in my scalp before I rinse everything out. So that was my ritual a few days ago for my hair. All right, so when I start the packing process, because I feel like it's never ending, I'm not the best at packing. I have to show you guys this system because I just think it's so cool. So I have, here, I'll show you this one first. It's empty. This one is a roll. It's by Captive 8. And it's just the most genius. So when I went to my daughter's soccer tournament a couple weeks ago, I just took this and it held all my makeup, and I took both 3D and Demi and all the brushes I needed and all the extras, and this is what it is. So it's this big long roll. It's got a little zipper pouch here. I don't know how I'm gonna show you guys this. It's got this covering where nothing will fall out, okay? And then no joke, look at this. I don't even know how to describe it, guys. I don't even know. It is so cool. So I'm gonna have to like tell you the legit like specific. The tack liner firmly holds your jewelry and beauty products, keeping them safe. They don't get disorganized, tangled, or spilled right where you put them quickly and easily. You guys, it's reusable, no residue. I mean, they come right off, yet they're so secure. It's incredible. And then if it does lose its stickiness, you just kind of wash it off with soapy water, let it air dry, and then they go back to their original state. Genius. Genius. Anyway, I was so super impressed with their packaging, their branding, and their products. Okay, so this one is a roll. It'd be amazing for jewelry, to be honest, as well. So not just beauty, but it's nice and compact. So this one's small. Okay, now this one is the big kahuna. And I'm just as excited because I'll be honest, when I go on these trips, I take a lot of beauty products, obviously, because, you know, it's a beauty convention. So to show you guys this one, they have all kinds of different shapes and sizes. I'm obsessed with this camel color, okay? So let's see if I can attempt to show you guys this. You open it up. Yep, that right there is my artist palette. Completely adhered to that first layer. So if you look, when I remove it, it's got this entire large area, and I had my entire, I'm taking my double decker for all of my makeup for the entire week, and I just literally locked and loaded it. You barely just put it on there. Yep, it stays. So it's got this cool mesh pocket for anything that you don't want stuck, and then this is zippered to go to the next level. So I'm just gonna unzip that. And it's got this cool, like, double-sided sticky, like, flap. It's like a binder, okay? And then I stuck my Demi on this side and more brushes. I know. Do I have enough brushes, Sarah? Like I need any more. I like to use 2 of every brush. You guys should know that by now. So anyway, I am super stoked. So this is what's going in my actual suitcase. I might have to, I'm not done packing. I might have to put my jewelry in this one because that one is so pretty. So I had to show you guys that. I just think it's such a cool idea. And I'm like, how has that never been discovered before? Oh, just in case you're wondering about this technology, it says it's an antimicrobial plant-based material sourced from soybean oil in the US. Residue-free, will not leave your products feeling sticky or tacky after use. And I have tried it and it doesn't. So cool. You got to go check them out. Their link down below in the description box if you want to check out that company. It's so cool. Guys, so all I got to do is finish packing, okay? That is my #1 thing to do today. And then in the morning, my very last thing before getting on the flight, I'll be honest, due to masks and that whole jazz, I also don't like wearing makeup on flight. If you don't know, your skin gets super dry in like an airplane cabin. So I like to load up on the hydration products and leave my skin free and clear, allow it to breathe. I'm gonna have to wear a mask the whole time anyway, so that is my plan. I also just put on a fresh set of lashes. So my Lashify girls, I am good to go, and I know that's gonna last me all week as well. So in the morning, when I get up, I'm going to shower, wash my hair and fix it one last time, see if I can get at least a few days out of this. I am going to heavily exfoliate and shave, obviously, but exfoliate my whole body using my Derma. This one's wet because my husband obviously used it today. Little does he know I'm taking it with me, but this is my favorite exfoliator to make sure I get off all my like leftover self tanner so I can tan fresh one last time. So people have been asking me what I think about these ever since I did the tanner review, and people were asking me to try this one. I did try it. I did get the dark. Both of these are dark, not ultra dark. This one is still my favorite. It's definitely much darker than this one, but this one goes on not quite so pretty on my feet and legs. I prefer this one. So being high maintenance like I am, I'm gonna use both of these to get the perfect tan tomorrow. I will use this everywhere except for my feet and my legs, and I'll use this on my legs, and that's my perfect combo. I still use the drops on my face. Tonight, when I do my skincare routine, I'm gonna use my glow pads. This is what I call like a facial in a can. This is going to kind of tighten all of that, exfoliate and brighten the skin. Give myself that glow. So when I take my shower, I'll use my Cure to get off any of that dead skin that, you know, this kind of loosens up from that acid that's in there, the TCA acid. And so that way when I cure, I exfoliate, I'll have a fresh canvas for my tan. And hopefully when I arrive in San Diego, I will have glowing skin. That is the hope. Okay, friends, that is all of it. Hopefully that helps give you some ideas of how you can break up getting ready for an event or a vacation. Literally all of these things are exactly what I did getting ready for a vacay as well. So no matter the kind of trip you have or what you might have planned, I'd say break it up into smaller bite-sized chunks. Hopefully that'll make you feel more organized. I know it does me. Add some pictures of the afters of what I was getting ready for. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, just holler. Love you. Bye.